Right, good afternoon and welcome to Master Talker online class. Today we'll be solving these simple questions. They said, remember we are still on straight line. They said that let line A and B be the coordinates of a straight line AB. Then we obtain the following. Number one said we should obtain the distance between A and B. I told you that the distance between 2 points is just to remember Pythagoras theorem. So the distance AB all squared is equal to what? I told you you must name it. Name this one x1, y1. Name this one x2, y2. So I'm having 8 minus y2 minus y1. That is 8 minus 14 all squared plus x1 minus x2 minus 1 minus 3 all squared. So what do we have? 8 minus 14 is 6. So I have 6 squared plus this minus this will give you minus 4 squared. So what do we have? This is 36 plus 16, okay, which is what? Line AB is now the square root of 36 plus 16 is this is 6 plus 6 is 12, 52. So since I can't find the square root of this, the answer becomes 52. So number 2, as simple as that. Number 2 said that the point that we should find the point C, which is x comma y, beyond but along. I told that if you see this beyond but along, it means external division. So we should divide it in the ratio of what? 2:1. And I told that external division, to get x is simply what? Start from r x2 minus x1 all over what? r minus 1. Why am I using minus? Because I'm talking about external division. So if I have y should be what? ry2 minus y1 all over what? r minus 1. So let us substitute. I'm having the ratio is 2:1. Is to means divide. That is 2 divided by 1, which is what? 2. So my ratio is 2. So let's put it here. I'm having 2 brackets. My x2 is minus 1. So 2 bracket minus 1 minus 3 all over 2 minus 1. So here I'm going to have for y is what? 2 brackets 8, then minus 14, okay, all over 2 minus 1. So I'm having this time, this will give you minus 2 minus 3 all over 1. And my y is giving me this time, this is 16 minus 14 over 1. So I'm having a minus 5 comma for y will give me 2. So therefore the point C should be what? Minus 5 comma 2. You see, as simple as that. So the next one we're going to do is number 3. Whenever you hear within, if you hear within, they are talking about internal division. So number 3 said within. Number 3. So if it's internal division, I'm having to find x. X is equal to what? R, start from r. Rx2 plus x1 divided by r plus 1, comma. I'm having here y should be what? ry2 plus y1 all over what? r plus 1. So I'm having, what is my r? Remember my r is the ratio. 2 is to means divide. 2 divided by 1, which is 2. So I'm having what? 2 brackets minus 1 plus 3 all over 2 plus 1, comma. For y I'm having 2 brackets 8 plus 14 all over what? 2 plus 1. So my answer becomes sorry, permit me to clean here because I don't want to clean this question. Okay, so I'm having this time this we have minus 2 plus 3 over what? 3, comma. For y I'm having 16 plus 14 over 3. So what do I have? For x I'm having this and this will give you 1 over 3, comma. This will give you 30. 30 divided by 3, I'm having 10. So therefore, the point D, which is x, comma y, is equal to what? 1 over 3, comma 10. As simple as that, okay? So that is for number 3. Now number 4 said we should find the midpoint of A and B. I thought that the middle of something means add them together and divide by 2. So the midpoint, to find x, for the midpoint, I'm having x2 plus x1 divided by what? 2. For y become what? y2 plus y1 divided by 2. So what do we have? X2 is minus 1 plus x1 is 3 divided by 2, comma. This one will give me what? 8 plus 14 divided by 2. So what do we have? This and this will give you 2 over 2. And this one will give you 22 over 2. 22 over 2. So therefore, my point x comma y, which is the midpoint, is what? 1 comma 11. 1 comma 11. As simple as that. All you need to do is just to calm down and memorize the formulas. Once you can know the formulas, you are done with this problem with straight line. So number five question said the slope of AB. And I told you that for slope, if 2 points are given, how do you find slope? Slope is just change in y over change in x. So my m, which is the slope, is what? Change in y over change in x. And change means what? The bigger, the second one minus the first one, all over the second one minus the first one. Please, in change, the y must be at the numerator. Please, in slope, it must be at the numerator. So I'm going to have 8 minus what? 14 all over x2 is minus 1 minus 3. So what do I have? 8 minus 14 will give me 6 minus 6 over minus 4. So if minus take care of minus 2 into this, I'm having what? I'm having 3 over 2. Okay, so the slope of this is what? 3 over 2. Then number 5, you see, it's very simple. Just you need to know the formula. Number 6, sorry, not number 5. For number 6 said find the angle of inclination. Find the angle between line MN and line OP if line MN is perpendicular to AB and line OP is parallel to AB. Okay, now if line MN is perpendicular 90 degrees to line what? AB. And I told you that if two lines are what? Perpendicular, it means that the product of the two lines must be what? Minus 1. So I'll say that let me call line MN M1. Okay, let this one be M. So okay, let me call this M. Okay, let the slope of AB, let the slope of AB be what? M. And the slope of MN be M1. The slope of OP be M2. So let's use all these things. So which means if AB is perpendicular to what? MN, it means that M, the slope of this one, multiplied by the slope of this one, must be equal to minus 1. Okay, so let me put this one. If I put this one, I know this one already, which is what? 3 over 2 times M1 is equal to minus 1. So if I multiply this time this, I'm having 3M1 over 2 is equal to minus 1. If I cross multiply, I'm going to have by that M1 is what? Minus 2 over 3. This one will go up while this one will come down. A multiplication, division will cross to become multiplication, and multiplication will cross to become division. So I have gotten the slope of this one. I need to get the slope of M3 before I can get the angle between them. So to get the slope of M3, okay, if OP is parallel to that AB, it means that their slope are equal. I told you when two lines are parallel, their slope are equal. So it means that what? M is equal to M2, which is equal to what? 3 over 2. So since I've gotten their slopes, I will remember a formula that said that to find the angle between two lines, I will use tangent rule. We say what? That tan theta is equal to what? M2 minus M1 all over 1 plus M2 M1. Please don't forget. This one is for what? Angle between two lines. Okay? So what do we do now? We're going to have M2. M2 is 3 over 2 minus M1 is what? Minus 2 over 3 all over 1 plus 3 over 2 and minus 2 over 3. Okay, so what do we have? This and this will give me plus. So the LCM of the numerator is 6. Okay, 6 divided by this, 3. 3 times 3, 9. Plus, because of minus, c divided by this, 2. 2 times this, I'm going to have 2. all over 1 plus 1, 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. Why do I have 1 minus 1? Because when this multiplied by this is gone, and plus minus is minus. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So anything divided by 0 is 0. It's undefined, sorry. Anything divided by 0 is undefined. So since it is undefined, I'm going to have that tan theta is equal to what? Undefined. Undefined. And theta becomes what? The tan inverse of what? Undefined. And tan inverse of undefined is what? 90. Because tan 90 is undefined. Okay? Tan 90 is undefined. So the both of them, so line OP and line MN meet at what? Angle 90 degrees. Okay, that is for number what? Number 6. That is for number 6. The first thing we did was finding their slopes, then using this formula. The last but not the least, before we solve some question from the past question I'm holding, okay, number 7 said find the angle of inclination of line AB. And I told that angle of inclination is what? That tan theta is equal to slope. Have you forgotten? No. So tan theta, so which means tan theta is equal to what? 2 over 3, right? Because we got the slope to be 2 over 3. So theta becomes the tan inverse of 2 over 3. So if you press the tan inverse of 2 over 3, you get the angle of inclination. Because tan the angle of inclination is equal to slope. So the angle of inclination of this line AB is when you get the tan inverse of 2 over 3. So you can press that in your calculator. So that is that for these questions. So now let's solve some questions. Let's solve some questions from your past question. Okay. The first question we are going to solve said that the equation, okay, let me write it down. The equation of the lines, okay, they say find the equation, find the equation of the lines, okay, which passes through the points, the points 0, 5, okay, and also the point of intersection of the lines 2x plus 3y plus 7 equal to 0 and x minus 5y minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, now they say we should find the equation of a line. Now before you find the equation of a line, two things are involved. Okay, the first one is that you are supposed to have at least 2 points, okay, or you have a point and a slope. Okay, so now this one, they've given us the first point here, solution. They've given us the first point here, which is 0, 5. This is the first point they gave us. Now they say that this same line that we want to find passes through the midpoint between these two things. And if I know that if I solve these things simultaneously, I'll get my x and y, which is their point of intersection. Okay, so let's solve this simultaneously. If we solve this simultaneously, I'm going to have that 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 7, and x minus 5y is equal to 3. So let me multiply these people by 2 to have, let me bring down equation 1. Okay, so I'm going to have 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 7. This time this will give you 2x minus 5y. You know, this is equation 2. So multiply this by 1 and multiply this by 2 so that their coefficients will be equal. Okay, by now you're supposed to know how to solve simultaneous equation. Okay, this is 6 rather. Okay, this minus this is gone. Minus minus is plus. Okay, This two will give me minus 8. This is minus 8. This is 8y is equal to, okay, 7 plus minus 7 minus 6 will give us sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, this is not correct, please. 1 times everything here is same thing. 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 7. 2 times this will give you 2x. 2 times this will give you 10y. Okay, this time this will give you 6. So what do we have? This minus this gone. Minus minus plus. This plus this will give me 13y is equal to 6 plus this will give me minus 13. Okay, so what do we have now? We now have that y is equal to minus 1 if I divide. So if my y is equal to minus 1, so let me get x. I know that x minus 5y is equal to 3. So x minus 5 into minus 1 is equal to 3. So x plus 5 is equal to 3. So x is equal to what? 3 minus 5. So x is equal to what? Minus 2. So the point of intersection of the two of them is now minus 2 comma minus 1. This is the point of intersection. And that line I want to find passes through the point of this intersection. So these are the 2 points I'm going to use to find the equation of the line. And remember that I told you to find the equation of a line, you're going to say what? y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1 to find the slope. So it's equal to y minus y1 all over x minus x1. This one will help us to find the slope of that line. Okay? Then this one is this is the same formula for finding slope, but why I'm not using 2 here. I'm going to use x and y because I'm looking for equation. Equation must have your x and y. So this one, call this one here x1 y1, call this one x2 y2. So let's go. I'm going to have minus 1 minus that is here 5 all over minus 2 minus 0 is equal to y minus y minus 5, okay, all over x minus 0. So what do we do? This and this will give you minus 6 over minus 2 is equal to y minus 5 all over x here, because anything minus 0 is gone. So these two will give me 3 is equal to y minus 5 all over x. Cross multiply to have y minus 5 is equal to what? 3x. So bring everybody here to have y minus 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the straight line that passes through that point. Okay, as simple as that. What did we do first? We want to get equation of any straight line. You need what? Either the slope of that line and the point it passes through, or 2 points where it passes through. Because with the 2 points I can get the slope. Then with that slope with 1 point, I can get the equation of that straight line. Okay? So the next question we're going to solve, you see, this is very simple. All you need to do is go through it again and again so you understand. The next question we're going to solve is it says find the angle between find the angle between line, okay, between line 3x plus 3y minus 7 equal to 0 and 4x minus 3y plus 8 equal to 0. Okay, now to find the angle between any two lines, okay, any two intersecting line, the first thing you must get is their slope. Because if you can get their two slopes, then you now use tangent rule, okay, or you get their angle of inclination. But with this thing, they cannot give it will be difficult for us to start getting angle of inclination. So let's go straight by getting the slope. And I told you that if an equation is given to you, to get the slope means just the coefficient of x when y is made subject. So the first thing we do is to make y subject here. To get the first line, let's call the slope of first line m1. So let's make y subject here. I'm going to have 3y is equal to 7. Let me say this one crossing here I have minus 3x. This one crossing here I have plus what? 7. So y staying alone, divide everybody by 3. Divide by 3. To have 3y is equal to minus 3x by 3 plus 7 by 3. I'm not dividing because of this 3, I'm dividing because of this, so that y can stay alone. Y becomes this minus this, I'm having minus x plus 7 over 3. So which means m1, the slope of this is now the coefficient of x when I have made y subject, and the coefficient of x is here, minus 1. So let's do the same thing here. 4x minus 3y is equal to what? Minus 8. Is it not? So let's make y subject. This one can go here, this one can go here. So I have 4x plus 8 is equal to what? 3y. Divide everybody by 3. I'm dividing by 3 because y has 3 here. So I'm having y is equal to what? 4 over 3x plus 8 over 3. So the slope of this man now is what? 4 over 3. Slope means what? The coefficient of x when you have made y subject of the formula. As simple as that. Okay? So what do we do now? Let's now find the angle between them. The angle between them, we say tan theta is equal to what? M2 minus M1 all over 1 plus M2 M1. As simple as that. So let us do that. So tan theta equal to, let's go, M2 is 4 over 3, okay, minus into minus 1 all over 1 plus 4 over 3 bracket minus 1. So let's go. So what am I having now? So I'm going to have that tan theta is equal to 4 over 3 plus 1 all over 1 minus 4 over 3. So what do we have now? The LCM becomes LCM is 3, so I'm having 4 plus 3, and here I'm having 3 minus 4 over 3. So I'm having 7 over 3 for numerator divided by this minus 1 over 3. So if I change divide to times, I'm having 7 over 3 times 3 over minus 1. So I'm having this cancel this, I'm having minus 7. So tan theta is equal to minus 7. So the angle between them, which is theta, is now what? The tan inverse of minus 7. So press that in your calculator and get your result. Okay. That is that. I hope you understood the method we took. The method we took was just getting the slope of each of them, then use tangent rule. Whenever you are asked to find angle between 2 points, you must use tangent rule. Okay. Okay. Okay, the last thing I'm going to solve here is finding perpendicular distance between a line and a point. Okay, the question said find the perpendicular distance between this point 3, 2 and this line 3x plus 4y plus 2 equal to 0. So now, whenever you are asked to find the perpendicular distance, I forgot to give you the formula. So finding perpendicular distance is equal to what? The absolute value of ax1 over radical plus by1 over radical, okay, radical plus c over radical. That's the formula I didn't give you in the previous class. So what is your radical? How do you get radical? Radical is equal to the square root plus or minus of a plus b. Okay? Or rather a square plus b square, sorry. Okay. So the question now is, when do you use plus for radical? Please, we consider C. This is my ABC. The coefficient of x is my A. The coefficient of y is my B. Then this one without this constant is my C. Now, if this constant is positive like I'm having here, my radical will be negative. But if this constant is negative, my radical will be positive. If the constant is 0, there is no constant, I will use the sign of b. As simple as that. So the first thing you get is your radical. So since here is plus, I'm going to use minus. Minus my a is 3. 3 squared plus 4 squared. So I'm having minus the square root of 9 plus 16. I'm having minus root 25. So I'm having minus 5 as my radical. So since I've gotten minus 5 as my radical, I can now get my perpendicular distance. So this is your x1, y1. Oh, don't forget. So my perpendicular distance becomes the absolute value of a is what? A is 3 bracket 3, okay, over my radical is minus 5 plus my b is 4 comma 2 over the same minus 5, okay, plus what is my c? 2 over what? The same minus 5, absolute value. So their LCM is 3 minus 5. Absolute value of what? 9 over minus 5. In fact, 9 plus 8 plus 2, everything minus 5. Minus 5 is their LCM. So I'm having D is now equal to, this is 19 minus 19 over 5. But absolute value said I must be positive, even if I'm negative. So to remove the absolute value, I'm having only 19 over 5. So 19 over 5 is the result. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In our next class, we'll be talking about circle. After circle, ellipse, after circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. These are the conic section. We are done with coordinate geometry. We'll now move into the other section of the mathematics. God bless you.